Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your one and only girl Ivy. This new year, I just quickly want to show you how to do this meat pie because a lot of people have actually asked me, Ivy, how do you do your meat pie? It's really soft and it tastes really, really good. So here is my secret. This meat pie, I always add my baking powder because a lot of people don't use baking powder. It's very simple. Don't be upset by the video. It's not really perfect, but I guess you're going to get what you want. Firstly, we're going to be needing some carrots and potatoes. This is two carrots and two potatoes. Depend on how many flour you want to be using, but I think I'll be adding one carrot. So just peel and wash your carrots and potatoes, and then you chop them into a smaller size. Okay, so I'll be using grounded meat. This meat is actually mixed meat, a beef and a cow meat, and also pork meat. So this is my chopped carrot and potatoes, and I'm going to be setting this aside. So let's go frying. Now you need an onion. You need some onions, or so chop your onion into any size you want, and then you take your pot to um yeah, to the fire or to the gas. So just preheat your oil a little, then you add some onion. Just stir your onion and let it fry for a bit, not too brown. Then I'll be adding my grounded meat. You can use fish also, you can use any meat of your choice, you can use chicken, but I will be using this grounded meat. Just stir for some minutes and let it cook. And for the potatoes and carrots, some people pre-boil them, but I will be adding them just like that because they are really chopped into a little size. So you add them to the meat and onion and stir, give it a very good stir, just like that. Then I will be adding my salt and of course my seasoning cube. Some people add curry, thyme. I think I'll be adding a little thyme to this one too, just little, but it's not mandatory. You just add salt and your Maggi, your seasonings, yeah. So you add them like that and give it a very beautiful stir. So right there, I just keep stirring to make sure it doesn't get burnt. So I'll be adding a little water because my potatoes and carrots are not being pre-cooked. So I just add a little water and then I'll be covering it to make sure it gets soft a little. So guys, let's just leave it for a few minutes, and then on a very low heat though. Don't let the gas um go so high, if not everything is going to get burned. So while that is cooking, I will be mixing 1 spoon of normal flour, just baking flour. Okay, just 1 spoon, and then I add a little water to it, as you can see from the video, and I'll be mixing this thoroughly. You mix this and make sure there is no like unmixed flour inside. You just mixed it like that, and then I'll be adding it to my fried sauce. So remember, it should be on a low heat. Okay, then after testing it, you see that what I'm doing with the spoon, I was trying to see if the potato is soft already. As you can see, it's definitely soft, and I'll be adding my mixed flour. You just add it like that and keep stirring. Make sure it's on a very low heat at this moment to make sure it doesn't get burnt, and you give it a very good stir, and then we'll cover it for just 2 minutes, and then of course we set aside so that it gets cold while we'll mix the dough. So right there, it's my sauce for the meat pie. So I'm going to be setting this aside, and then let's mix the dough. So right there is our big pan. Yeah, I'll be needing this flour, a plain natural flour, and of course I will also be needing some milk. You can use water, you can use condensed milk, but I use this one. I sometimes use condensed milk though. I'll be needing 500 gram of flour of butter for 1 packet of flour. Butter is actually a good source of meat pie. And then I'll be needing 3 eggs, two for the dough and one to use to rub the pie later. And of course, I'll be adding a little salt, and last but not the least, some baking powder, just a little bit of baking powder, guys. Then first, I'm going to be adding my flour to the pan. There you go. I'll be adding some baking powder, just little, not much. You can add as much as you want, but I'll be adding just little of baking powder to my flour. And of course, I'll be adding a little salt just to taste, just little. Some people add sugar at this point. Do what makes you happy. So I'll be mixing that thoroughly to make sure everything is well mixed together. You can use your hand also in this process. Just make sure your hands are washed and they are clean. So after mixing everything together, I'll be adding 2 eggs to this mixed dry ingredient. Yeah, these are the 2 eggs I'm going to be adding. Just add the 2 eggs. There you go. So my hands, as you can see, are washed, and then I'll be cleaning them and mixing everything together with my bare hands. There you go. So mix this very well and mix it with the flour, like the mixed ingredients, the mixed dry ingredients, and mix everything together very well. And of course, I'll be adding the butter afterwards. So there you go. Add all the flour, like the 500 gram. I'll be adding everything, as you can see. So I'll be mixing this. You have to make sure this is well mixed, guys. You have to use 2 hands to mix this one to make sure the butter is well mixed with the flour. Yeah. So you mixed it thoroughly. There you go. Now. So that is what it should look like. You mix it very well. And at this point, I'll be adding some milk. Though you can use, I'm using just half cup of milk because I don't want it to be too soft. So after adding the milk, I'm gonna be mixing them with my 2 hands. So I have to drop the camera again now. So it's been mixed together, and I will have to clean the table I'll be using. You can use any place, just a flat a table or anything, but I'll be using this desk to mix it. While I will start Before I start cutting, I will make sure my oven is on for the up and down, and also turn it to 150. So there the dough go. I have to mix it with 2 hands or so. So guys, let me set the camera down. Just add some flour to the desk or where you're going to be mixing it from, and mix this like there's no tomorrow. Just mix it properly with 2 hands. You know, that strength God gave you, use it to mix this pie very well. Mix it. So I'll be mixing this pie together, and of course, we're going to start cutting in a moment. So while this has been going on, I make sure the sauce is actually cold already. So that there you go. I just cut a little piece and add some flour to the flat desk, and of course my rolling stick. Just roll it like that gently. Don't be so hard on it. Just roll it together. You see that? Just roll it to make sure it give you that flat or thick dough you'll be needing. And of course, I'll be adding some of my sauce. Yes. So add some sauce to it, and just like that. You see it. I like it when the meat pie is really filled with sauce, not when you'll be looking for the sauce inside meat pie while you are eating. No. So when it's really full, I will need a fork. Just chop it round a little to give you that beautiful curve you'll be needing, of course. Just chop it round carefully to make sure you do not if you do not spoil it. Yeah, so I'll be using the mouth of the fork also to press the mouth down to give me that meat pie, to cover it up, just to make it look beautiful. You see that there is a Nigerian meat pie, guys. Everybody have the way they do their meat pie, but at this point, this is how I do mine. And people are really tested, and they've told me that they like the way I do it. So I'm using this pan um to bake or to bake them. So just keep doing that until you are done with your dough or until your pan is full. I will keep doing this as long as I have space on my pan. So I will keep adding this dough just like that. It's very easy to do. It's not stressful. It's not, just take your time. You don't need to hurry. You don't need to um and make sure your oven is not really, really too hot. Just preheat it for some minutes before you start cutting the dough. And of course, I will be missing the egg. Remember, I had three eggs, two for the dough and one extra. I will need this one. I just have to break it in the bowl and use my fork or a mixer to mix it together. And I will be using it to first. I like adding whole to my meat pie. I don't know why, but I just like adding with fork. You see, I just bump it like that. And of course, I will be adding my egg. I'll be using the whisk egg to rub all the meat pie one after the other. So if you don't have this, you can use foam or anything to rub it, but I'm using this wiper to wipe it. Just wipe them gently, don't fight with them. Just wipe the meat pie so carefully, guys. You see that? Do you see the way I do that? Oh my god. Yeah, it looks beautiful. You can use water to mix your meat pie. You can use condensed milk, like I said earlier, and you can use a normal milk. Okay, so I've used condensed milk. It really tastes good, but the meat pie is really not straight afterward. Like, it's not really that beautiful, but it tastes good. And using water can also give you this beautiful meat pie, but you will not get the milk. So I prefer to instead use a normal milk. There you go. I take it straight to the oven. Then I'm going to be leaving this to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes on a very low heat. And then there you go. That is the meat pie. Oh my gosh. I love freezing it. You can put it in the freezer. So guys, please do not forget to like the video, share for your friends and family. I promise to do better next time. And please, if you have any suggestion, don't forget to leave it under the comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Love you all. Happy New Year to you.